Breaking news. The Wake County Sheriff's Office responds to a reported shooting near Raleigh. What we're learning from the scene.
You can put the heavy coats away. A warm-up is underway now. I'll show you when we could hit record highs and a chance for some rain getting into the weekend.
I mean, we thought he was the guy. He posed as Jimmy V.
More coaching drama. NC State men's basketball coach Will Wade possibly considering leaving the Wolfpack. Reaction from campus after the surprising reports.
And certainly a lot more that we are covering this morning as you are joining us in the 6 o'clock hour here on WRAL News. Thank you so much for being here with us. I'm Chris Lovingood.
And I'm Renee Chu. We are going to have glorious weather today. If you like highs in the upper 70s, sounds fantastic to me. Let's get right to meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner. And our morning temperature is feeling much warmer as well.
Yeah, we've been wearing the coats. I mean, maybe I should just say I've been wearing the coats the last couple days, and you don't need to today. We do have some cloud cover that rolled in overnight last night, but we should see more sunshine this afternoon. Currently 58 in the Triangle with a southwest wind at 11, so it's a little breezy, helping to pull that warm air in. And we do have some cloud cover out there, more clouds than clear sky right now, but that should reverse as we get into the afternoon. It's 58 in Durham, 55 in Rocky Mount, 57 in Southern Pine. So everywhere it is 20 to 25 degrees warmer than it was this time yesterday, except maybe Clinton, which is 17 degrees warmer. But anyway, you see it's a big change. Lunchtime should be wonderful to spend some time outside at 70, and then we hit nearly 80 degrees under partly cloudy skies this afternoon. But our next front is here tomorrow in the evening. Expect showers and thunderstorms. We'll talk about how much rain we could see out of this one coming up. Ken?
All right, Elizabeth, happening now. We're going to start with a look at the northern loop of the Beltline, specifically the section of I-440 and Glenwood Avenue. You can see traffic picking up just a little bit, but flowing at a nice steady clip in both directions. And really and truly, we're seeing very little to no delays on all of our major routes heading into the Raleigh-Wake County area. Sort of a 1-minute delay coming in from Wake Forest. All the other routes from Knightdale, from Garner, Johnston County on I-40 westbound, delay-free at this hour. You're getting ready to head into the Cartoon Center on the radio, 101.5 HD3.
Ken, thank you. Breaking news this morning, the Wake County Sheriff's Office is investigating a shooting. It happened on, Broken Arrow Court just outside of Raleigh. And that's where Kirsten Clark is in the WRAL Breaking News Tracker. Kirsten, we've gotten new information from the Sheriff's Office just within the past 5 minutes.
That's right, Renee. We've been here in this mobile home park off of Pool Road in eastern Wake County all morning. And as you mentioned, just within the last few minutes, we got new information. The Wake County Sheriff's Office says that they are investigating a shooting here and that one person is in the hospital. They say it happened around 12:30 this morning here on Broken Arrow Court. And they say when they arrived, they located a woman who was suffering from a gunshot wound, and she was transported to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. We also learned that deputies have a suspect, a man in custody, and this is believed to be an isolated incident, so there is no threat to the community at this time. I do want to just give you a quick look behind me here. You can see this cul-de-sac is still packed with vehicles. You've got sheriff's deputies, investigators, as well as forensics on scene right now. We've seen deputies just going around this area. The focus is on that home in the corner. It's blocked off with yellow tape, and you can see the lights are on, a door is open. So that's where the focus has been all morning. Now, as we've learned this new information about a woman who was shot, we'll be working to learn more information about her injuries and condition as we continue to follow this story. Live in Wake County, Kirsten Clark, WRAL News.
All right, let's get to some updates that we're following in the war on Iran. This morning, Iranian officials are, quote, responding negatively to a U.S. peace plan. And that's despite President Donald Trump telling the crowd at his fundraising dinner last night, Iran wants to make a deal, quote, so badly. The White House warns Iran would be hit harder than before if there's no deal made. And this is happening as President Donald Trump deploys more troops to the Middle East, Renee.
And at least 1,000 of those troops are from Fort Bragg, specifically from the 82nd Airborne Division. These are the all-Americans who have a worldwide reputation. The Pentagon told NBC News they could not provide specifics for security reasons. WRAL talked with a retired lieutenant general who was an 82nd paratrooper and spent 36 years in the Army. General Bob Ashley told us having troops stationed in the Middle East gives the CENTCOM commander options. General Ashley also spoke about the potential for boots on the ground. He says the move does not make that a sure thing, but it does give government officials quicker reaction time if that decision is made. We are tracking gas prices for you this morning. In Raleigh, an average gallon of gas will cost you $3.81. It has actually gone down a fraction of a cent since yesterday. That's not much, but it is the first price decrease that we have seen in weeks. Durham has the most expensive gas in the Triangle right now, averaging $3.84 a gallon, and in Fayetteville, gas costs $3.75 a gallon. You can always find the cheapest gas prices in your area or wherever you go with the WRAL Fuel Tracker. Just go to WRAL.com, search fuel.
This morning, rumors of NC State basketball coach Will Wade leaving the Wolfpack. He could be on his way out after just one season. Let's bring in Kelsey Coffey. She's right now at the Bell Tower at NC State this morning. And Kelsey, this is a pretty big topic that's happening right now on campus.
Yes, Chris, this is a hot topic for sure. This morning, we're working to find out what could be next for men's basketball here at NC State. This all comes after CBS Sports reports that LSU is on the verge of bringing Wolfpack head coach Will Wade back to their campus. Now, Wade signed a 6-year, $17 million contract with NC State just a year ago, and he would have to pay a buyout to leave. His first year at NC State delivered mixed results on the court and ended with a loss in the first 4 of the NCAA tournament. He coached at LSU for 5 years and was fired over reports of recruiting violations. We spoke with students on campus about their reaction to Wade's possible exit.
I mean, we thought he was the guy. He posed as Jimmy V.
Wade hasn't commented on any reports of him leaving, but during a news conference just 2 weeks ago, he said he was dedicated to the Pack. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
Meanwhile, for UNC, today their Board of Trustees will resume discussions about the future of the men's basketball team after firing coach Hubert Davis. His tenure was marred by falling short of expectations. That includes getting bounced in the first round of the NCAA tournament in back-to-back years. Athletics Director Bubba Cunningham and the AD in waiting, Steve Newmark, explained that decision on the Carolina Insider podcast.
We believe we're the most elite program in the country. For us to continue to maintain that status, we needed to look for a different leader.
Now, when it comes to the next Tar Heels coach, UNC President Peter Hans will have to sign off on whoever Athletic Director Bubba Cunningham finds, and then the board approves the choice from there. Be sure to download the WRAL app and turn on your push alerts. This way, you can be the first to know when there are new developments in the UNC and NC State coaching situations.
Today, Cary-based Epic Games will hold a company meeting about the recent layoffs. The company is going to lay off 211 workers at its Crossroads Boulevard location in Cary. We reported Tuesday that Epic Games would lay off 1,000 workers company-wide and look for another $500 million in savings. The company blamed higher costs and decreased demand for its flagship game, Fortnite. The Senate has failed to move forward on a House-passed bill to fund Department of Homeland Security. The bill needed 6 more votes to meet the 50-vote threshold needed to pass. Both Democrats and Republicans continue to blame the other for the lapse in funding. Prior to the vote, Democrats sent their counteroffer, which included policy changes to ICE enforcement operations. Republicans rejected that proposal, calling it not even close to real. If you are worried about how TSA funding is impacting security lines at RDU in the next 10 minutes, we will hear from WRAL's Alex Littlehales about his travels through RDU this morning.
This morning, 2 people are out of their home because of a house fire in Raleigh, and this happened on Center Road. The WRAL breaking news tracker was there around 11 o'clock last night as firefighters saved pet birds and fish from the home. Firefighters say candles on the porch are what started the fire, but no one was injured. The people who lived there are now staying with loved ones.
Wilson police are investigating after a 14-year-old was shot. The boy was found with a gunshot wound inside this home in Wilson on Woodside Drive West. It happened around 8:45 last night. This is new video this morning of the scene from the WRAL breaking news tracker. You can see officers there pulling up the crime scene tape around the home. The teen was taken to the hospital. We are still working to learn more about his condition this morning.
Today, a man accused of plotting a mass shooting and being connected to neo-Nazis is due in federal court. This is Eric Byrd, who was originally scheduled to be in court yesterday. However, his appearance was delayed because of a bomb threat. We brought that to you as breaking news on WRAL. The threat led to a full evacuation of the building, and the all-clear was given around 10 a.m. Officers had a chance to sweep through the building. The court schedule was then shifted for the rest of the day.
The family of a Raleigh man shot at Patio nightclub in Raleigh are mourning his loss. The family tells WRAL Jorge Carranza was a loving father and son. His shooting at the nightclub is not the first to occur there, nor at a nightclub in that area. People living nearby want something to be done about nightclubs in the area where violent incidents occur. WRAL spoke to Councilman Corey Branch, who says it is time for action.
I think working with the ALE at the county and the city level could better help us resolve these matters. We work with them, but I think they need to hear from the community as well.
WRAL has submitted records requests to the ABC Commission. We asked how many investigations have taken place at these clubs and why do they still have their liquor licenses? Still to come, Roblox lawsuit. A North Carolina family says predators targeted a teenage girl through the game and other apps. Why they say there is a need for better protections.
Plus, the search for Nancy Guthrie. This morning, we hear more of that heartbreaking interview with Today anchor Savannah Guthrie with Hoda Kotb. Hear her new message to anyone with information about her mother's disappearance.
And I'm tracking a front that'll affect us over the weekend. I'll show you how it might alter your Friday evening plans and how much colder it'll be this weekend.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio in Raleigh on 99.3 FM, in Durham 96.5 FM, and everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
6:14, you don't have to reach for the heavy coat. Our temperatures are nice and mild, but we are seeing some cloud cover this morning. It doesn't stay with us all day. We'll see partly cloudy skies later this afternoon. But check out these temperatures. We're mostly in the low to mid 50s right now, 57 Southern Pines, 56 in Tarboro, 55 right now in Irwin. Pollen count is high. It's going to stay that way for a while. The yellow pine pollen is in full swing right now, but the oak and birch trees, of course, also emitting those allergens, that pollen that really affects people. Will likely continue to have high tree pollen through the middle of April, so we still have several weeks ahead of that, and that's pretty typical. This morning, you don't have to put the heaviest coats on the kids. Our temperatures are in the mid-50s, and we climb to almost 80 as the kids are getting off the bus. Things change for us tomorrow. We'll have a round of thunderstorms and then turning cooler for the weekend. I'll show you, Ken.
Elizabeth, the weather and traffic every 10 minutes. We just got word of first responders working a crash on a serious crash on 6 Forks Road near Lassiter Mill Road. This is right near the North Hill Shopping Center where you see the arrows pointing right now. We're not seeing any delays in that area, but if this is part of your morning commute, just know you'll see some police activity in that area. But right now we're seeing very little to no delays on all of our major routes coming in from Wake Forest, Nightdale, all delay-free at this hour.
Ken, thank you. We have seen video of long TSA lines at airports across the country, and this is new video of the line at LaGuardia Airport in New York. This may have you worried if you're flying out of RDU. WRAL's Alex Littlehales caught a flight this morning and gave us this look at the airport experience.
Okay, it's very early. I've had like 2 hours of sleep, but let's go to the airport, shall we? So as you've been seeing on the news, probably, there are a ton of issues with TSA lines and checking in for your flights at airports around the country. My coworkers say RDU is going to be a breeze, so let's find out how early is early enough. We're being very scientific about this. I am starting a watch. It is 3:20. Let's do it. All right. 40 minutes, 3:59. 35 minutes until my flight boards, and no problem. Okay, the good news, I got through TSA in like 10 minutes. I just realized it was the wrong terminal though. Well, there's a happy ending to this story. I was able to get through 2 TSA lines 40 minutes before my flight departs. So if you have any questions about TSA lines and whatnot, you can do it twice, just like I did.
But because he got to the airport early, you see, he had time to go to 2 terminals. Oh, Safe travels. I hope it's a lot smoother for you, Alex. Your best bet if going to the airport, arrive at least 2 hours before your boarding time. That should be non-negotiable these days. You'll want to add more time if you're traveling internationally, of course, or if you're traveling during the busier times for flights, such as Friday evening or Sunday morning.
And happening here in the WRAL Live Center, we wanted to really inform our viewers of what some airlines are actually doing to help passengers amid the partial government shutdown. United Airlines is now waiving change fees and fare differences for passengers flying out of Houston's George Bush Intercontinental Airport between Monday and Wednesdays. They say that travelers can reschedule onto a new flight departing through Friday and also have the option to fly out of Austin, Dallas, or San Antonio instead. Meanwhile, Delta Airlines is waiving change or rebooking fees for travelers affected by those long lines at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson between now until March 30th. Passengers there can reschedule onto a flight departing through April 6th. And of course, Allegiant Air, they're telling customers that they can actually change or cancel itineraries without penalty until the end of the partial government shutdown. This is just some ways that the airlines are trying to work with passengers impacted by all of this.
A federal lawsuit has been filed accusing several apps of failing to protect a North Carolina teenager. And that lawsuit claims a 15-year-old North Carolina teen was targeted by predators across Roblox, Discord, and Snapchat. It says weak safety features allowed adults to contact her, and that's what led to coercion and ultimately sexual assault. The lawsuit accuses the companies of prioritizing growth over child protection.
This morning, we will see more of Savannah Guthrie sit-down talk about her mother's disappearance. It has been 54 days since Nancy Guthrie was kidnapped from her home in Arizona. Yesterday, we got a preview of that conversation. This morning, the Today Show will air more of that heartbreaking conversation to her colleague and friend, Hoda Kotb. Savannah shared how this whole ordeal is impacting her, and she has a message to anyone who may have information about her mother.
And to think of what she went through. Mm-hmm. I wake up every night, in the middle of the night, every night. And in the darkness, I imagine her terror.
For 54 days, she and her family have been in that tortured limbo of not knowing. More of that emotional one-on-one is ahead on Today. If anyone has information about Nancy Guthrie, please call 1-800-CALL-FBI.
Certainly hoping the Guthrie family finds some answers on that. Swinging into our weather forecast as we're tracking this morning, Elizabeth, I mean, it really is comfortable outside. Later, it's going to warm up. Again, the up and the down of the weather roller coaster continues for North Carolina.
It really does. And that's pretty normal for us for this time of year. The one thing that we're seeing new this morning is more cloud cover than we did yesterday. But those clouds should dissipate pretty nicely this afternoon. Good. And boy, we're going to be 15 degrees warmer this afternoon than we were yesterday. So it is definitely a big change. Right now, it is 58 degrees. So we're 25 degrees warmer in a lot of places than we were at this time yesterday. Southwest wind at around 11 miles per hour. That's what we can thank for our nice big warm up. Our next weather maker, though, is just up here in the Great Lakes, and it will dive southward. It is likely to bring some severe storms to the Chicago area and over toward the Ohio Valley, but we won't see that as it drops in on us tomorrow. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, we begin to see some cloud cover, and by 4 to 5, some rain near the Virginia line. This is 6 p.m., so we don't see a whole lot of rain during the evening commute tomorrow. But here comes a line of thunderstorms right there at 8 o'clock. Again, I don't think it's going to be severe, but it'll roll right through and out of the viewing area mostly by 10. Now, we still have some stray showers to the south all the way up until around 2 or 3 in the morning. But we'll see a quick flow shifting to northerly, and that's going to drag in some cold air, but also some drier air. And so the weekend's going to be dry, but it'll be much, much colder. Our potential for rainfall is going to be anywhere between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch. And boy, we need so much more than that. We need 8 to 10 inches in a month's time period to end the drought. And that's unlikely to see. But at least if we could get, an inch per week for a month, it would at least chip away at it. And we just haven't caught a break to even see that much rain. So we do have high fire danger for today. That's likely to continue even through the weekend. It'll be dry Saturday and Sunday, but I did put the yellow circle down for Saturday, just a little caution, just because of the cooler temperatures. 30-degree drop in our high from Friday to Saturday, and then freezing temperatures in some places on Sunday morning. But as quickly as it cools down, here comes the warmth. Opening day for the Durham Bulls is Tuesday, and our high will be back to 80, Ken.
Oh, exciting times there. Exciting for you because as you get ready to head out, we're not picking up any delays whatsoever. There's the northern loop of the Beltline, specifically around the Glenwood Avenue interchange. But as we widen out the view, no delays in that entire northern loop of the Beltline as well. So in terms of other routes coming into the Raleigh County area, we have a couple of incidents. This one is right near North Hills Mall. We're not seeing any delays in that area. And this crashes off to the shoulder of the road, just west of the Hammond Road exit. Again, we're not picking up any delays on that southern loop of the Beltline or any of those major routes heading into the Raleigh area. You're getting ready to head into the Cartoon Center on the radio, 101.5 HD3.
Your time is 6:22 this morning. Utility rate hikes. Today, Rocky Mount residents will have their last chance to comment on the increases. How town leadership hopes to improve its financial standing.
And spring cleaning. 5 on your side breaks down the seasonal maintenance that could help improve your home's longevity.
And ahead on today, Jason Benetti, a veteran play-by-play announcer for the Whitehawks and Detroit Tigers, is stepping up to the plate as the network's official voice of baseball. His journey to NBC and the lessons he hopes that everyone else can learn from it.
Today is your last chance to submit concerns about rate hikes in Rocky Mount. The proposed changes are for electric, water, stormwater, and environmental services. The city of Rocky Mount will hold a special meeting Monday morning to discuss the hikes. This comes amid the city's financial crisis. Residents can submit written comments by 5 o'clock this evening via email.
This What's Trending report is sponsored by Call Dad AC and Heating.
Netflix brought some exciting crossovers to the start of Major League Baseball.
And to talk about it this morning, Kid Smith is here on What's Trending.
It's that time of year again, right? Netflix hosting the first ever streaming MLB opening night. Crossovers rule the night, including the thing from the hit show Wednesday, lending a helping hand, so to speak. Thing could be seen delivering popcorn to fans, even throwing out the first pitch. The game was a shutout for the Yankees, though, defeating the Giants 7-0.
And just a reminder, MLB on NBC will have an opening day doubleheader tonight on WRAL. At 1 p.m., the Pirates take on the Mets, and at 8 this evening, Diamondbacks versus Dodgers.
It's all about that cross promotion. Netflix knows how to do it. That's teamwork. Thanks, Ken. The deal to fund TSA has fallen through again. Ahead, how the missed paychecks are affecting workers and travelers.
Plus, shooting in Wake County. The WRAL Breaking News Tracker is at the scene of an active sheriff's office investigation. The new information we have learned in the past 30 minutes.